Welcome to Mr. Giant Reacts and Ting and Ting and Ting. I'm Mr. Giant and I'm back with another one for all you know what I mean, and Ting. And this one is called How Canadians Are Different from Americans. How are they different? Americans keep calling Canada the little sister. Not taking into consideration that it's got to be sort of different, especially since it's two different cultures basically in there, which is French and British. And in both cultures, it's pretty diverse from what I've been watching and all of that. So, I don't know why they think it's just a smaller version of America. You understand what I'm saying? Let's go ahead on YouTube and Sim and see where I go on with this side.
In 1776, when America rebelled against the British Empire, Canada remained loyal. This was the defining moment in the difference between the two countries. The subsequent War of 1812 between the United States and the British saw the Americans burning the city of York to the ground. It was later rebuilt and grew into the beautiful and modern city of Toronto that we know today. The British-Canadian forces retaliated by invading Washington, D.C. and burning the White House. These days, that's water under the bridge. The US and Canada have fought side by side in many wars, are important trade partners, and are both among the G7, the wealthiest countries in the world. Still, those differences never completely went away. It's mostly little things, like colorful money, $2 coins, a different political system, free healthcare, and... okay, there are some big differences. So, it's time to test your knowledge on some of those very differences as we play True or False. In Canada, some words like color, flavor, and neighbor are spelt with a U. Answer? True.
True.
Canadians exist in a bizarre linguistic no man's land between the US and England. What would be called an adjustable spanner in Britain and a monkey wrench in America becomes an adjustable wrench in Canada. Oh, and don't ask Canadians why they pronounce about the way they do. They honestly can't hear the difference.
We spell the word color and harbor and all of that the same way that the Canadians say it on the island. And I'm starting to think that's changing now. But I kind of go back and forth spelling it with the OU or just with the O. If you notice sometimes when I'm going to reply to a comment, it just goes back and forth. I guess it's called cultural confusion. Let's keep watching this.
Canadians speak French. True or false? False.
False.
In fact, less than 21% of Canadians speak French at home on a regular basis. In the province of Quebec, which is pronounced Quebec, that number is close to 80%. By contrast, 13% of Americans speak Spanish at home. Canadians say sorry a lot. True or false?
True.
True. Sorry. Canadians eat some weird foods. True or false?
False.
True.
True.
Most countries in the world serve French fries with cheese and gravy. Canadians got a little creative and used cheese curd instead of plain old cheese. It's not that weird until you find out some restaurants have dozens of varieties of...
I'm sorry. No, that stuff tastes good. You know what I mean? So it ain't strange. It's good.
poutine, with at least one boasting over 100. Varieties can include all manner of meats, dressings from mayo to salsa, and even Christmas dinner poutine that comes with turkey, dressing, aka stuffing, and cranberry sauce. Canadians in the provinces of Ontario and Quebec buy milk in bags. A beaver tail is not what you might think it is. It's actually a popular pastry. It has lots of varieties also. Speaking of which, Canadians get a way better assortment of potato chip flavors than most of America. Ketchup and dill pickle are commonplace. On top of that, there's all-dressed, sour cream and bacon, roast chicken, and yes, even poutine. A prairie oyster has nothing to do with oysters. It's a cocktail made with brandy, Worcestershire sauce, red wine vinegar, Tabasco sauce, tomato ketchup, and a pinch of cayenne pepper. Oh, and a raw egg yolk. Yummy. Canadian beer is stronger. True or false? False. Canadians have a reputation as lovers of beer and alcohol. Canadians do, in fact, drink more than Americans and the world average. The difference, it turns out, isn't that big. Canadians only drink 0.7 liters more of pure alcohol per year, per capita, than their southern neighbors. That's less than 3 cups. Also, Canadians' pride over their stronger beer? A myth based on a mathematical trick. American breweries measure the alcohol levels by volume. Canadians use weight. When compared in the same system, the typical Canadian beer is only marginally stronger than the US's. Not enough to be worth crowing about. Canadians utterly dominate hockey. True or false? False. While this statement may be true about the Olympics, where Canada holds the men's team records for both total gold and overall medals, on the women's side there have only been 7 Winter Olympics that included women's hockey. Canada holds 5 of the 7 golds, has never placed below silver. The US, though, isn't exactly being skunked. They won the other 2 golds, which leaves the entire rest of the world tied for third. Neither team has ever failed to take home a medal of some kind. But take a look at the NHL. The National Hockey League might almost as well be just American teams. No Canadian team has taken home the Stanley Cup since the Montreal Canadiens way back in 1993.
Oh, wow.
Canadians get way more holidays. True or false?
True.
False.
False?
With the recent addition of Juneteenth, at least in some states, the US now has 11 federal holidays per year. Canada, having also recently added a holiday dedicated to minority rights, National Day for Truth and Reconciliation, has the same. Some holidays celebrated in the US are not in Canada, and vice versa. Shared holidays are New Year's Day, Christmas Day, Labor Day, and Thanksgiving. That last one, though, is in an entirely different month. Canadians have their Thanksgiving in early October, the second Monday of the month. At its heart, Thanksgiving is a harvest festival, so it makes sense to have it before there's 3 feet of snow. And yes, that can happen in most of Canada by the end of November. Both countries have a holiday on November 11th, the anniversary of the end of World War I. Americans call theirs Veterans Day. Canada has Remembrance Day. Holidays Americans get that Canadians don't are Martin Luther King Jr. Day, President's Day, Memorial Day, Juneteenth, Independence Day, don't forget Canada got their independence by politely asking, and Columbus Day. In turn, Canadians get Good Friday and Easter Monday as holidays, have Victoria Day around May 24th, it's also known as May 2-4 weekend, a 2-4 being a standard-sized case of beer.
What about Boxing
They
Day?
get Canada Day on July 1st, the aforementioned National Day for Truth and Reconciliation. Boxing Day,
Oh, there
the
we
day
go.
after Christmas, remains a holiday in Canada. And there's also Family Day. Real original name, that one. As you can see, not every Canadian stereotype is true. Not everyone is false either. Canada is an enigma, wrapped in a riddle, smothered by another enigma, then bludgeoned to death by a poor analogy. One of the most telling statements ever made on the clash between the cultures was by Canadian actor Martin Short. When asked by David Letterman why Canadians are so funny, Short replied, "Americans watch a lot of television. Canadians watch a lot of American television. Canadians have a strange, skewed view of the world. Much of their media comes from a slightly different culture, and they must constantly do mental gymnastics to relate it to their own." That is exactly the kind of skewed, outsider view shared by most comedians. That's the real difference. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the...
Oh, yeah. It's funny that, a lot of things that are watchable like this, we have a lot less in common with America and a lot more in common with places like Canada and Britain. But I guess it's because of the colonization of the place. I don't know if Canada plays cricket. Comment down below. Does Canada play cricket? I think they had a team, but I don't know if it was successful or not. Comment down below and let me know what the vibe is and thing. Hope you guys enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed this video. They're not that different. It seems like the food is a lot different though from what I've seen. I'm gonna have to find a video that says the iconic foods that from America that you should try. You understand what I'm saying? Speaking of trying something, I'll leave a link in the description to my other channel so that you all can go check it out. It's strictly storytelling and things. So, go check it out and all of that, all right? And I'll also leave links on this video here so you can watch more videos on Canada through this channel. Yes, that's the vibe. You understand? And I hope you guys are taking care of each other. Cool runnings, all right?